Everybody, Lily Penelope in here. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing good. It's very windy here at the farm, and wow, I've had gusts up to 50 miles an hour today, so it's a little windy, but I wanted to bring a review for you guys, and I'm going to try to keep out of the wind. And this review is on this Cub Cadet ZT1 54. Yeah, that's what I've been dealing with. The ZT1 54 by Cub Cadet. This has the Kohler 7000 series on it, 24 horsepower. It does have a 3-year limited warranty, but we got an extra 2-year on that for a 5-year total. The Cub Cadet ZT1 54 is, of course, a zero-turn 54-inch. That's what it means. And it is a very nice mower. And yes, it's a little dirty. I've been using it. I have been using it. Here comes the wind. I have been using it. And it's great. It's wonderful. Let me figure something else out here, because I can't go out there because it's going to be way too windy. So hang on. Okay, this is much better. And I still get a little bit of wind, but it's not as bad. Alrighty. So back to the review here. I'm just going to put those up there. So this is, in fact, the Cub Cadet ZT1 54. And it's wonderful. You do got of course, your casters here. One here. One here. Hey guys, Leapin' Lepin here. Post editing. I will say that the deck is fabricated with 10 gauge, I think, steel. And the blades are electric start. It's not hydraulic or anything like that. You just push the button and they start right up, pull it off, shut off. So yeah, just want to put that post script here. Well, it's a 3-blade system. The spindles are a little bit exposed. Got some meaty blades on there though. Of course, you do have this here for safety, because, you know, stupid people exist. Here's the tires for it. They are Turf Masters 20 by 10.8. So very, very nice. Like I said, your Kohler here, 7000 series, 24 horsepower. Plenty of power. Plenty of power. You do have, if, like, let's say you get stuck or something like that, you have this here. You can pull that back, put it in there, then move it around if need be. It does come with a cup holder. It does not come with an hour meter though. So, little heads up on that. And because this is a zero turn, you don't have a little button like you would on a regular mower to put it in reverse or anything like that. Let's see. When the handles are out like that, it is in park. And when you put them in like that, you're ready to operate. This here is your adjustment for your deck. I'll show you how that works. Wow. The wind just really picked up. Anyway, to adjust your deck on here, you put your foot on here, you push that down. Then you turn this to where you want it. Alright, it goes all the way up to 4.5. I usually like to put it on 2. Makes the yard look really nice. and gently push it down. Gently let it down like that, and it will lock in. When that's in, you cannot turn that. These handles are adjustable. Right here, you got a knob right here. You unscrew it, you move it down, screw it, whatever you want to do. I got it fit for me. You can tell I got kind of a big belly here, but if you look, works just fine. You have a little wrench here. This here is for the adjustment here. Because these, I guess, kind of go out of whack every once in a while. So you take your wrench here, and it's just a typical nice wrench here. Of course, it's in there pretty good. But then you tighten that down to adjust for this here. And you got it on both sides. And you can see that. There it is. You do got caster wheel there and there, or deck wheel, I guess you should say. Of course, the front are casters. Go ahead and move this. Of course, like I said, cup holder. In order to start this, you're supposed to go all the way up to choke. Right there. Sorry, right there. This is when you first cold start. And then turn the key and, you know, Bob's your uncle. Let's go ahead and do a hot start here. I got all the way up. In fact, I probably don't need to go all the way up, but say right there. Go ahead and start it. No problem. Then if you want to move, take these out of park. Just like that. So I'm holding the phone, but you can tell it works. Now another thing is if you have these like this, alright, and you try to start it, won't do it. It's got a lockout safety switch on it. And also, if these are not out and you get off the seat, which you really can't anyway, because you're kind of locked in like this, it will shut off automatically. So, and it's actually quite nice for me to get on and off. Really easy to get on and off. Go ahead and let the seat here. There's your battery. This is a AGM battery. This is not a, look at that, it's already coming off. It is a AGM battery. I'm not really sure how big of a fan I am of these yet. From what I understand, they don't really have the power compared to a lead acid, but yeah, that's kind of a cheap way out there. Here's all the belts and stuff like that. Here's your model number. Here's your fuel tank. It does hold 3.5 gallons. There's a spring there. And the burn rate on this for fuel is maybe 1.5 gallons an hour. Maybe. So I filled it up. And there it is, about 3/4. So, maybe less than 1/2 gallon an hour. Of course, it's new, so that makes a difference. These tires are air. Got air in them. Right here, right there. Another thing I like about the engine on this, you got a drain hose right there. And that is so nice. Makes draining oil in this easy. Maintenance, super easy. Of course, this here's your air filter. There's your oil dipstick, fuel filter, and there's your oil filter. Really nice to get to. Just go through the frame and grab it and twist it off and yada yada yada. Now, this does have a hydro gear. Let's see if I can read that. 2231. Anyway, I'll put it in post edit here. This does have a hydro gear on it. And if you see up there, there's a fan. Now, oh, no, there isn't a fan. Okay. Interesting. I thought there'd be a fan. Okay. And they say it's not serviceable, which it has a plug on top. Huh. Just a minute here. Huh. I thought there'd be a fan under there to keep those cool, but I guess not. Well, they're not hot. So I guess it uses air when you're mowing to cool. But go ahead and just try to keep this area clean, you know, so it doesn't chalk up with grass and dirt and all that. It's got a nice throttle system here. I believe that's the carburetor. Yeah, that's the carburetor. Kind of looks like an electric. Okay, that exhaust is a little weird. Kind of looks like an electric deal there. Maybe a sending unit. Beautiful throttle assembly on there, easy to work with. I'm on the ground here because I wanted to take a look underneath. I love this. This is nice. This is kind of your roll bar. And I will say one thing about these. These mowers, these zero turns, do not like ditches. Alright? There's a reason. In the front, you are extremely lightweight. Okay? Very lightweight. The problem is when you get on a slant, like let's say, we'll use a phone here, something like that, which the camera just compensated for that. Alright, never mind. Let's say you get on a 5-10% grade or something like that. This will not take it that well, because there is no weight on the front. How light is this? Well, I could almost lift it. With a good solid man, you can easily lift that. Super light on the front. However, that said, the steel is 2-inch square, so it's definitely tough. The welds are really nice on it. Definitely tough. It will flex just a little bit. Here we go with the wind again. It will flex a little bit. Another thing, when I turn that on, those lights are on all the time. Unless I get a switch to bypass those, they won't stay off, or they won't turn off until you turn the key off. So yeah, there's that. Pros, easy to work with, easy to use. Oh, so we do have new ones over there. I gotta fix a rain thing over there. Anyway, easy to use, wonderful to use. Also, this is how you get to your pulleys underneath. You take that bolt off, and boom, Bob's your uncle. And I think you could even use that for that, I believe. So, you do have one wheel in the front here. But anyway, the pros, mow's great. Mow's wonderful. Best mowing machine I've ever used. Cons, does not do ditches very well. That's about it. It's wide enough, so you have your center of gravity is right there. You're the center of gravity. Also, you are the how do I say this? You're also the shock absorber. So if you don't want a rough ride, get a regular standard tractor, lawn tractor. But if you don't care about that, get yourself a zero turn like this. And really, the reason why we got this one, ooh, dramatic. The reason why we got this one is to replace this one here. This one has had a hard life. It does still run, surprisingly. The transmission on this one went out 2 years before the 2 years before the warranty went off, and that was a catastrophe. This has that what do you call it? It's a junk tough torque. I never did like those. This one here is a Kohler 7000 Elite, 22 horsepower. And she's a little dirty. I gotta clean her up and get rid of it. Because now we got this one here, so. And yes, it does start and run. That is not the right steering wheel for that. The other steering wheel on this broke in half. It does, however, have a hour meter on there. So there's that. But that said, it does run. Put in your safety. Get really 443 hours on it. Let's see. My way up. And now we have this problem. This was made by Husqvarna, by the way. I said it ran. Well, kind of. There she goes, she idles. Usually every time I mow, since we got that one, I usually come in here and start this up and let it run. The transmission on this is starting to go. Starting to drag a little. So this does have a headlight switch, although it doesn't work because, you know, the headlights are not hooked up at all to anything. In fact, they're hooked to each other. So, you know, that was quite annoying when this first came out. Although, that said, I think I'd rather have lights unhooked and not actually working other than lights on all the time. Because who in their ever loving mind will ever mow at night? I guess there's people out there who do that, but I'm not one of them. Anyway, this has been Leaping Lip. Wow, this thing stinks. Whew. Anyway, this has been Leaping Lippin'. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And of course, if you do subscribe, make sure to ring that. There's a yard thing. Make sure to ring that bell to get notifications whenever I upload a new video. This is Leaping Lippin'. I'll see you all in the next video.